Welcome to the Set Up for Success show. It is your girl Danielle Morel with my fabulous co-master coach and friend Tanya Watkins. Say hey girl, hey girl.
Hey girl, hey.
How you doing today, girl?
I'm doing very well. I this is like my favorite time of the week, so I'm doing very well.
And it has been popping. And it has been popping, okay? I'm like, okay. So I want to thank everyone who's been making it a priority to show up every Tuesday at 12:30 Eastern Standard. Because, right, Tanya, it's been popping.
It has been. I'm loving it. I'm loving all the love. Last week when we celebrated Nika, we had so many people coming to congratulate her. So thank you for that. It was awesome.
Yes. So yes, right. So if you this is your first time checking out the Setup for Success show with us, let us know down in the comments. We'd love to get to know you, connect with you, grow with you further down in the comments. So let us know your name, where you're from. If you are an aspiring entrepreneur, if you already have a business, let us know what you do. Like I said, we are excited to get to know you. So today we have an exciting show, right? I always say that because, like Tanya said, this is an exciting part of the week. So it's always going to be exciting, okay? Let me just say, if it ain't exciting, we ain't going to do it, okay? So it is how to determine your value in the marketplace and charge accordingly. And, if you have checked us out at all, you know how much we love talking about making money, making what your value in the marketplace is, and just raising, right, the women's economy, right? So we're going to talk about all that today. And we find that this is something that many entrepreneurs, especially women, really have a hard time doing, right? They have a hard time determining what their value in the marketplace and pricing and charging accordingly. And we find that this is what keeps a lot of women stuck and struggling in their businesses for an ungodly amount of time that it shouldn't, which is why we're so passionate about talking about it, right? But we find that this is, again, an epidemic when it comes to women entrepreneurs, and the statistics prove it, right? We always share the statistics with you ladies, is because, while we're excited about the growth in the women entrepreneur space, we want to make sure that it's not just all hype, but we got the money and the funds, honey, to prove it. And just to make sure that while we're blazing this path, right, we're doing it in a way that really compensates and honors, right, what we're bringing, and blazing this path, right, Tanya? So we are excited to have this conversation. If you, again, find that it's difficult for you to price or package what your services are, of charging your value or getting paid what you feel like you're deserved for what you bring, let us know that in the comments, okay? Because like I said, this is something we love to unpack, and we're going to always be talking about, because we run into so many women entrepreneurs, that this is one of the most common things, right? That they are not hitting their monthly income goal with ease, right? It's taking a lot of hustle and grind, that they're finding that they're attracting people who can't afford it, who are ready not to move right now. And again, we find that this is a problem, right? Because a lot of women are not seeing the type of income that allows them to do their business full time, right? And we really want to share with women coming behind us that it's possible. And it is possible, because we always say, what an exciting time that we are on this leading edge to be able to figure this out, right? Never have a time how we had this, right, Tanya?
Absolutely. I think the biggest thing that we want you guys to take away is that we're like supercharged to get women to collapse time. And what we see so often is women who are constantly trying to make it happen and spend years and years and years, between working full time, running their business, pausing their business, all the things. And this ends up being, when you get this right, what catapults you to success. When you get this part down, you're able to, again, collapse time, earn way more than you were before, and actually see, the light at the end of the tunnel, and see, actually, I can leave my job. Actually, I can earn a living off of what I do, what I love to do. And so that's why we're so pressed to talk about this, because when you get this right, everything else falls into place.
Right, absolutely. And we were saying, we do find this to be one of the hardest things. And what we often find is that women, a lot of times I say over and underestimate the wrong things. They
Yeah.
underestimate how much effort, energy, resource it takes to make sales and to convert people, and they overestimate how easy it will be, right? And so they think, oh, well, if I'm the cheapest in the marketplace, or if I'm really reasonable and low in my prices, then, it will be a no-brainer for everybody, and everybody who talks to me is going to sign up. And, or they'll say, oh, I did my numbers and I only have to sell 30, 50, 100 people every month. That's doable. And that's where I see the over confidence. Like, wow, I thought the same thing. Honestly, I thought, oh my gosh, if I'm $50, who could say no to that? And it was a shock every time I would share people low ticket prices, $50. And I said, I have to think about it. Okay, I'll pay on Friday when I get my check. Oh, my daughter just needed something and I was like, wow, you know what I mean? I'm actually hearing the same objections, with people when I'm charging a little versus the same as my thoughts if I was charging a lot. When I'm hearing the same thing, So that was a big misconception that I uncovered. Like, no, it takes the same amount of effort, you know what I mean? And a lot of women, especially in the beginning. Now, you can convert smaller offers or more inexpensive things, right? When you're really good at growing your audience and you're really good at understanding, how to convert the masses, convert volume, right? But a lot of women, again, in the beginning, when they don't have the resources, the awareness, the audience, the advertising, the type of activity it takes to sell a lot of people. So they do themselves a disservice, right? When they do that, and they actually do the whole market in general a disservice, because they train clients and customers to believe that things that are not supposed to be inexpensive, right, that they are. Now we have a bunch of entitled clients. Hey, we did it, I get it. And where they're like, oh, well, it's not $50 for a logo. I mean, and I was like, no, it's not. And I'm sorry that they didn't know what they didn't know, and they think, and what happens is that you're not able to do your best work when you're undercharging and you're not charging what your value truly is getting you. One, you train the clients wrong, and now they're coming demanding other business people, and they're frustrated, and then they end up investing, right, in little in things under that you're undercharging in, and then they don't show up at the same type of capacity, and then you're not able to really show up at your best to get the best type of results, right? I actually just spoke to a woman just the other day. I went to my stepmother's house and I met this fabulous woman, and she was in an event planner. She was actually on her way to go meet a potential client, and we were talking about offers and packages, and she was saying that her main package that she put together was $300. And I was like, really? And I was like, wow, to hit $10,000 months, what is the numbers on that? You definitely have to do 60 maybe? I don't know. I do the numbers. I know 10 is maybe the 10. I can't get it. But anyway, it's a lot. I know that, right? I was doing the numbers with her. And then she was like, well, I'm just starting. I don't have a portfolio. Yeah, I'm just beginning. And I was like, oh, but that's exactly why you don't want to start off at the dead market bottom and do the dead, because you're never going to get the type of clients and the type of budget and work that you can show off that's going to attract $5,000 to $10,000 clients when all your portfolio is a budget of $350, including all the supplies, your time. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you are building a portfolio on low ticket stuff, trying to attack high. You need to just, charge what the value for you to show up and do your best to get the best work, so that you can do your best, get great clients, and then have a portfolio that really reflects who you're trying to attract. So is that, see that type of misconception as well, which is, if I'm the cheapest, or if I don't have a lot of experience or portfolio, let me be the cheapest in the market, or let me just do the dead last. But that's actually going to hurt you in the long term, because, right, Tanya? Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, I mean, I think you said it when you said her inability to really showcase her talent. And that's really what a high value customer is going to want to see. Can you provide the results that I need? And at $300, she can't showcase that she can do that. So now she's putting herself in a rut of having to have 33 customers every month just to hit $10,000, just to hit the bare minimum of $10,000. So yeah, I
Right.
that's
And so, right.
right
And that goes back to reverse engineering your numbers, which is another thing that we talk a lot about, right? And we because we say it's really important. And for this reason, right? Because again, we see a lot of women start their business frontwards, like, I want to be an event planner. Well, let me think, what's a no-brainer price, that nobody can, okay, I think I'm going to charge $300. See, this is not a charging according to your value of what you're bringing to the marketplace. This is you just kind of working frontwards just to figure out, right, that I'm sure she did not realize that she had to do 33 events at $300 and make $10,000, because that's not even feasible for an event planner. Because, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, well, there's only 4 weeks in the month. We're not even talking conversation. You've got to do 90 consultations just to get a third to move forward. So on top of servicing, 33 events, you now have to, make time for 90 hours of phone calls. You know what I mean? That's going to be going down to closing that. So this is why it's important to work backwards. And when we talk about pricing and charging accordingly, well, first, the easiest thing is first make it make sense for you. So many times in business, we try to make it make sense for the client, and it don't make a lick of darn sense for ourselves. We like, tell you, I'm out of breath because I'm out here die over here. Wait, because it's hurting me as I'm saying it. How many times do we do this where we are trying to make it make sense for the client, but it don't make no sense for us being like, how is this going to work for my life? It's not.
You end up stressed, you end up overworked, you end up having to sign even more clients because you have to hit your income goal. You can't even market right. I've had conversations with
hit the heart buttons if you're picking up what we're putting down. Hit the hearts. Get the hearts up. Get the heart. I'm gonna do how they do on YouTube. Get the hearts up. Right. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, right. So this is why it's important again. So and she's a wife with kids. So that's another thing we're very, focused and intentional about, is that, you have young children, this is a lot. And this is what women find themselves in, realizing or not realizing that it takes way more effort to hit high income months with what they're charging. And then they can't even do it right. Like, it's now a hobby. It literally is, let me do 1 or 2 events a month, make some extra cash, but I can't ever make it the real deal. You know what I mean? Because I already know I'm burnt out just thinking about it. I did 1 or 2 parties for $300 and I'm saying, you know what? This, I'm not going to go as hard because I'm not even sure I want to do it like this, So it's very critical. And this is why we're always talking about business models and picking and why pricing is important. So we always talk about working backwards, reverse engineering. Start out with how much money you want to make per month, $10,000. Then decide how many clients, customers, sales can I realistically make with the resources I have, including time. If I have a job, kids, can I make that many sales? Can I market that hard? Do I have the hours for that? If I have a 9 to 5, do I have the resources to sell volume of 10, 20, 30, 100 people per month, in advertising, marketing, support, all of those things? You have to really take that into account. And then you have to say, okay, I could probably, honestly, with the type of audience I have, I don't have a huge social media presence. I'm not really putting myself out there where people are jumping at the bits to get at me. Maybe 2 to 5 people if I'm real strategic. Okay, so then you say 10,000 divided by, and we do this exercise all the time because I swear we save lives. And when I mean, I wouldn't say that if I didn't know it was true. Right, Tanya? Yeah. And I mean, whole decades get knocked off people's lives.
Watching edges.
Oh, snatching hedges. Can I get my SOBCs to let them know? Okay, it's just what it is. So, you got to say, okay, that I can do 2 to 5. That means that I need to have an offer or service, a product where I'm making at least $2,000 to $5,000 per sale. So I only need 2 to 5. You know what I mean? To hit a $10,000 a month. Again, a lot of women don't know. What we find that women don't price themselves according to their value in the marketplace because they don't know how to articulate their value over the lifetime of their clients. They don't know how to articulate the value that they're bringing, that their results, their systems, their talents, their gifts, their expertise is bringing to this client over a lifetime. So because they don't know how to articulate that, they have a hard time selling it, and because they have a hard time selling it, they think they're overcharging. So then they drop the price. This is why I say it's very dangerous to get in too many conversations with people who aren't the good fit, because you're going to start doubting. Hey, maybe I'm charging too. I hear too much in the beginning, like especially when women are getting into conversations with people who aren't a good fit. They're like, well, maybe I'm charging too much because no, you're not articulating the value over the lifetime. For example, like I was telling Tanya, that I'm going to let her time in here just after this, but let's just take love and relationship coaches. I hear this all the time. Well, nobody pays thousands of dollars for love and relationship coaches. Well, some don't think that, but that's just one of many industries where I can hear that. And they pay for business coaches, but not love and relationship coaches or something like that. So that's why we charge $100 or $200. And I say that's because you don't know how to articulate what is the value to someone if they marry the right person and don't have to get a divorce. Like, what does divorce cost somebody if they do have one? Don't save their marriage, or getting in a relationship with somebody that they didn't well vet, or they didn't ask the right questions, or didn't have the healing and the support to attract the right person. Yeah, divorce might be $500 now because y'all know they done dropped the rates. It's just like, woo, you know what I mean? Like, everybody, you get a divorce. Really is reasonable, but the long-term cost of I've seen a lot of women be financially devastated from a divorce over the unentanglement, no pun intended, of it all. You know what I mean? And so, or in general, right? The kids' emotional, not all of it's financial, right? Over their lifetime. So there is a value, right? To pick the right partner and it saves you over your lifetime, right? The cost of being in a bunch of relationships that cause you emotional stress, set you back in your life. You know what I mean? So when you say it like that, what is that worth to you? It's worth $5,000. You know what I mean? Because the cost of the alternative can be 20, 30, your whole life savings, 20 years of down the toilet. And you're just like, wait, that was an investment. What is that worth? Surely more than $100. So it's like, you know what I mean? Being able to articulate that in the marketplace of what is this valued over the lifetime, not just how long it took you to do it today. It takes me 2 hours. It could take me 2 hours to 2 days to build a full out website. One is my years of experience have allowed me to collapse and condense time where I have the skill set to do that. But I'm still going to charge premium high ticket prices because I know what a good website with my knowledge can give and grows over the lifetime of that business, right? You know what I mean? And so just because it takes me 2 hours or 2 days, that's exactly why you're paying me thousands of dollars, because you don't want me to take a year. If that was the case, you could have figured it out on your own. You want it fast. And there's a price for getting it right, done right, quickly and efficiently, so you can go out into the world and be a better person and make more money, right? So, go ahead. Dang, Tony, why are we getting on this like this? Why I gotta be going to why I gotta take it to this level of degree? But do you want to have anything to add on that? And then I'll do the assessing your value worksheet.
Yeah. So we definitely want to spend some time going over the worksheet. I think, Danielle pretty much covered it. We just want to make sure that you have an understanding of your personal power, right? Your expertise and your experience and how that can relate to how you're able to show up in the marketplace. And so we're going to do that assessment there. And then Danielle hit it, like doing that, the manpower math is what I call it. So knowing what is it, how much time, energy, effort does it take for you to even secure a client? And that's not just when you enrollment paperwork, I'm marketing, I'm creating content, I'm live streaming, I'm doing all the things, I'm creating ads, I'm doing a funnel, I set up my application form. Now I'm fielding applicants. I'm getting on discovery calls. I'm sending proposals or whatever you do. Hopefully you don't do that. But all of those things, that's time, money spent that needs to be recouped. So it's not just, hey, I'm charging you for this service. I'm charging you because you are going to be a customer of this company, of this business. And this is our process to enroll clients and to service clients. And you're a part of that now. So it's a full-blown service that you're getting. And we need to make sure that our prices are reflective of that, because that is valuable. And then to Danielle's point, what is on the back end for her? And this is why you need to know your client. We talk all about ideal client attraction and understanding who she is, what she desires, because when you understand what she desires and you know that the person in front of you wants $1 million business, then it makes sense that she pays what someone would pay to build $1 million business, right? Like we're giving people the opportunity to have financial freedom, to have time freedom, to have creative freedom. And that is way valuable than the $100 workshop that you were putting together. Put it that way.
Right. So I love what you said too. Just that a lot of times, right, there's a lot of hidden costs when you play small. And so not only does playing small kind of crush you just in itself, but there's a lot of hidden things that become costly that you don't take into account, like all the consultations or, all the conversations you have to get into, or all the marketing you might have to do to sell volume, especially in the beginning. And so there is a stage for that, which is in the scale stage or in the stack stage. But what we really like to help women who are aspiring or even startup, and some that are kind of scaling, that who haven't really mastered that simplify stage, right? That simplified stage of being able to hit high income months with a handful of people. So, and that's by charging your price, what you offer in the marketplace. If you have a job, I always say, and you're in a professional job of some type of skilled job, most likely you have some type of value that you can bring in the marketplace at a minimum of $1,000 or $1,500 if somebody's paying you $40,000 at a job. You just got to kind of identify what that is. And again, it works in your favor when you don't have a huge audience to hit high income months, when you only have to do 5 $1,000 clients to be making 5,000. That puts you in a space where you're generating income. You can start to reinvest. You can see some fruits of your labor. But what really sucks is when you've been in business for years, 1, 2, even 6 months or more. But definitely, trust me, I know when the years start stacking and you have yet to break over $1,000, and you're hanging around $1,000 forever, or ever so often you might have, a little money, but you'll go months without no money in your business, or if you do, it's a couple $100 here or there. That really starts to discourage you because the dream seems further and further away. You know what I mean? And what we really here is, to support and come into the interest group is to help you, find a faster way to do it. So let me share with you, again, if you come into our interest group, which the link is up in the text, you will actually find this document in the file section. So if you'd like to have a physical copy of this, you just join the group, which is the link is above, and you can find this. So this is a great little exercise when you're trying to really evaluate your value in the marketplace, some questions to help. So like, again, if you don't join the group, you can write this down and go through this exercise with us here. If you want to get the fillable document, come there. But again, you can go through these questions. What are your areas of expertise that you feel confident achieving results? So think about it. What from your experience, your education, your expertise, what are some results that you've been able to do in your life or in, your job? What problems do you solve? And we all have things that, we kind of solve problems, right? Either in our job or in our personal life, people come to us, or we're really good at doing things that might be more challenging to other people. But that again comes from our education or experience or expertise, what we like, our hobbies. What desires do you fulfill? What results are you able to provide to the marketplace? So again, this is assessing. So this is you thinking about that, being more intentional and aware of like what it, and I was telling Tanya before we got onto this call, that's kind of how I figured out, how to start an online business. And which one to do. I was working a 9 to 5 in a job I really didn't like, but I was doing web design. I was doing email marketing. I was, marketing, specialist, I guess is what you call it. And I was like scrolling on social media, at the job. I tell y'all not to do that. But and I was like, wait a second, wait a darn minute. These people, like, they're doing what I'm doing, but they're doing it for themselves. And I'm like, I know how to do all this email. And so I started to realize, like, hey, I can take what I'm doing at my job and take this into the marketplace, because I was paying attention and I was researching, like, hey, like people do bookkeeping at their job and then realize, hey, entrepreneurs need bookkeeping, small businesses need bookkeeping, things like that. How long did it take you to master these schools? Like, I went to school for business. I've been doing marketing over 10 years now, right? And I mean, as far as all my technical skills, it's been since 2000. Well, that's been over 10 years too. Like, you know what I mean? So I got a 10-year leg up on anybody just starting out. You know what I mean? It's going to take you 10 years to catch up. How long would it? 10 years, a beginner to master these skills. I put my 10,000 hours in. Where did, describe your ideal client situation if they did not solve these problems? Like, where would they be? Describe, what that's costing them that they really want. Or that was the next question. What is that costing your client if they didn't solve those problems? By solving these problems, what does that allow your client to do or have? What is the most common reasons your past clients have come to you? And then this is a very good exercise. Again, list your skill sets and then kind of put a value in the marketplace by either doing some research or with some top tier, premium luxury people in the marketplace, kind of, just again, or even beginner too, kind of get an idea of, I say that do the high ticket because a lot of times people copy people who don't know what they're doing. And so one of the reasons why we have a lot of women been undercharging and not charging accordingly, because they're copying other women who aren't charging accordingly. Right, Tanya? Girl, that hurts. Oh wait, I think she popped out. She's gonna come back. Okay, so that's why I say you kind of want to look in the marketplace and look at some people that are comparable, but also look up so you're not looking down or looking at also a lot of people who also don't know how to price, because that's an epidemic going on too, where a lot of people are undercharging or not charging right. But go through and list all your skill sets. For me, I knew how to build websites. I knew how to do graphic design. I knew how to send out emails. I knew how to post Facebook stuff. For you, it could be like, I know how to organize databases. I know how to bookkeep, whatever it is that you know how to do, and then put a dollar amount of the value to the marketplace. And this will help you assess it. And then what the next step of this, which we talk in the SOBC program or Set Up for Success online business consultant can help you. If you need help with this, let us know down, is then we then help you take these skill sets and then package that up where you're combining skill sets that people would need in a package format, so they're not just buying skill sets individually or results or offers individually. They're buying it in a package so it could be of high value and of high investment. But this will help you start to be more aware and intentional and start, like I said, kind of assessing and reviewing, like, hey, I do have skills and expertise and that can be monetized, that I'm really good at, or that people come to me that I can put in the marketplace. So let me know if that was helpful. Let us know that down in the comments. Like, again, if you want a copy of this PDF, come into the interest group. And I think Tanya's coming back. I love her. Look, we be producing this like, okay, okay, live with Kelly and Tanya.
Yes. So ladies, those are like Danielle said, those are in the unit section of our Facebook group. So setupforsuccess.biz/community if you're not already there, so you can grab your copy, print it out, and be able to, answer these questions.
Yeah, so awesome. So yeah, and I think we kind of hit all the things, and I know you were just talking about like even personal experience, and resume as a way to position themselves as experts. So that was just kind of like what we were showing here, right?
Awesome. I love it. So I think we nailed it. Ladies, if you have questions, comments, continue to post them in the comments below. We'd love to come back and answer questions. If you're watching the replay, we want to hear feedback from you as well. So we want you to put hashtag replay. Again, answer questions. And of course, if you're not already in the group, join the group. If you have questions about becoming an SOBC, a certified Set Up for Success online business consultant, you can hit either one of us up or message our page. And we also have premier partners too, who are going to be helping you get enrolled and figure out what it is to be.
They all have events coming up every Friday this month.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. Till next time, we'll see you next week.
Yes, and we'll see you next time, next week, same time, same place, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until then, much love, peace, and prosperity.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.